Hi everybody and welcome back to Nellie and Ruth Designs. Today I'm going to make a couple pockets, or at least one pocket, for these tags that I made. I made these in a previous video, and I will find the link and put the link to these in the description as well. So if you're interested in pockets for your tags, stick around. I think it's going to be a fun video, and thanks for joining in. This is inspired by, where's my paper here? Scrapbooking. I think it's Scrapbooking with Me. I will put the link to my inspiration in my description, and you can check out all the wonderful items that this gal makes over on her YouTube, and she displays everything in her Etsy shop. So I was, I save a lot of things from Instagram, and I was kind of going through to find a little inspiration this morning, and I stumbled upon these, and I thought it would be really fun to make these. So I'm using up what I have. I have some vellum pieces here that I'll be working with, and then I have this bag that I think will serve my purpose. So the first thing I'm going to do is I want to decide how far up I want to have the vellum coming across my tag. So I'd like to have these stick out of the top of my pocket a little bit. So I think I'll do a 5-inch on this one, and I think I'll do a 5-inch height on each of them. This one, I notice there's a little bit of, and I'm glad that I stumbled upon this style pocket, because I want these to still be able to be seen. So I think this is a perfect pocket to create for this. So I can't take credit for this wonderful idea. I can only produce my version of it. And I have to think here, because I have to fold over. So if I want, this is a 3-inch tag, so I'm going to want a 1/2 inch. I will cut you. I'm going to cut each of these. Well, I can use the front and back. I don't have to use the whole bag. I'm just mumbling to myself. Don't mind me. So I'm going to just make a little cut there, because I want 2 pieces out of this. So if I do that's 4 inches. That gives me 1 inch on each side. You'll see why I'm talking this out loud. I have to fold the bag. I have to fold this in and around. And I'm going to want this. I'm going to have to play with this. So I'm going to do this at 6.5. So I'm cutting this, what I'm cutting at 5 by 6.5. So if you want to try to make one of these, make a note of that. So it's 5 by 6.5. And I'm just going to cut this right here like this. Okay, so I have 2. All right. So my thought process on this. I did not see how Scrapbooking with Me, I didn't watch the video. I don't quite know how she made these. So like I said, this is my version. So my overhang, I'm going to want, if these are 3-inch. So we have a half. I think I'm going to want this to be 3 3/4 because I want to have enough room on each side to. So let's cut this down to 3 3/4. So I want to make a note of that. So 3 3/4 wide, and then what did I say? I wanted this 5 inches, 5 inches. So I'm going to do 5.5 tall. Okay. So I will do 5.5 inches tall. And does this measure out? No, this does not. Oh yeah, this measures out to 5.5 inches too. Good. So I have my 2 pieces. And then I want it 3 3/4 inches wide. So let me do the first one just to make sure that this is okay. Yeah, and I think it might be a tight squeeze. I'm going to do this one at 4 inches. I'll do this one at 4 and we'll see what I think the 4 might have been better. I can always cut another, because I have to run this through the sewing machine. That's why I'm talking out loud. So this is the 4, right? Yeah, I think that might be, well, we'll see. All right, so let's do this one first. So what I'm going to do, and again, this is not going to be, it's just inspiration. She had a really nice, I think, Edith Holden picture behind here, but I don't want that because, again, I'm going to have my tag in here. So I want the tag to be the focal point. So what I have to do, and I think I'm going to get my score pail out for this because I want to make sure the lines are straight. So the next thing I have to do is I want this up here. I have to decide if I want, I can always cut the top down. So what I'm going to do is I'm not going to worry about that. So if this again is 4 inches, I'm just going to kind of eyeball this. And I'm going to score here. All right. There's probably an easier way to do this, but I'm going to score it right here. And then I like living on the edge here. And I will score right here. All right. So I have my score marks. And then this here will be These here are going to be folded in like this. We're going to fold those in like that. I just want to make sure that the paper, we're going to make kind of like a little window. And I will be trimming this a little bit here. I'm just going to cut them at an angle. Okay, all right, so that's like that, that's like that. This will go in here like this and down in. All right, and then I'm going to stitch this. I'm going to do a zigzag stitch on this here. But I want to work with the top first, because my tag will be going inside here. My tag will be fitting in like this. So I think after I get it all stitched in, I think I will cut this back. But what I first want to do is I want to make a notch here. And when I have vellum, I like to put a piece of paper behind it. Maybe two, because I find it makes a cleaner cut and it doesn't get hung up in my printer, or my printer, in my punch. So watch, today it'll probably get all hung up just because I said that. Okay, I'm going to take away one of these papers. And give it a try. Give it a good, there we go. And then this doesn't get caught up in the printer. So you only need one piece. I used an envelope. And so let's get this. I'm going to get this sewn in. This will go in here like this. And I will get this sewn in here. And I will be right back. It's all sewn, and I really like the way that it looks. And I just followed, I don't care if it's a little off kilter, I just followed this interior fold with the stitch. That way I knew I would pick up the vellum. I wasn't sure if I went over, did my stitching from this side, if it would pick it up, and I didn't want to have any loose. But this fits in here. It fits in there really nice. And I like the way the black line on the tag, the faux stitching, complements this here. So what I think I'm going to do with the top is I'm just going to fold this over, because this will be sealed down in my journal. And I'm going to fold this down the back and glue it. And then all we have to do is put a little decor on the front. I'm going to distress this around the edges here. And this is just a really simple way, if you make some really pretty tags, to make some pockets so you can still see. see what you've done. Sometimes it's such a shame, you make a really pretty tag and then it sits inside a solid pocket, and you can't see it. You can't enjoy it, especially if you put it in a, next to a photo, or you put it in a scrapbook and you've got a real pretty, picture next to it. This would just make a nice enhancement next to that. All right, so let's decorate the outside of this. And I have some little stickers here that we can use. Some chipboard little. There was a little one. I saw a butterfly. That's kind of fun. Look at that beetle. I saw a butterfly, and of course I don't know where it went to. I don't know what I did with it. That's so typical. I have this yellow. That's party. So I have that. We can use that. Oh, here's the butterfly. I have the blue one. So I have maybe that blue. Let's see what we have. I'd like to put some mushrooms, a small, maybe little mushroom on this side. And again, this is a great way, to use up your bags and little pieces of vellum that you have laying around. You don't have to go out and buy something to. I'd like a little bit taller mushroom here if I can. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this inside, and that will help me determine what will be on the outside. That's a little too big. A little too big. I think I just need something a little bit taller. And remember, if this is going in your book, you can have things hang off the side as well. It doesn't have to be, right at the edge here. You can have it come down a little bit to give it a little bit more dimension. That's a fat boy. That's a fat boy. Maybe I could use really don't know just how I want to decorate the outside. So I'm just gonna see what I have here. I have some little, maybe I won't use a mushroom there. Maybe I should make a picture on a picture. I could use some of these little, it's cute. Maybe I could make a little cluster down in the bottom corner here. Sometimes it just takes a little patience to decide what you want to have, on the outside. You can't rush these. You can't rush these things. You can't rush these things. Maybe something like that. I do like the blue, but I think the blue, I think we need something more like this because of the colors. The blue needs to wait for another day. And I think I need something a little more like this. Do not fill in. Kind of like that a little bit better. And maybe something, I think we still need something a little muted. But then that makes it look too linear, doesn't it? Let's see here. Maybe we should go up that side a little bit, huh? Maybe we could go do a little counterweight. Maybe we could do a little counterweight. And then up there, can't force the butterflies. We have a little discovery. I like that discovery. So I think we have to figure out how to, it's a butterfly, but isn't that kind of odd? We have to figure out how to fill that in. I like that down there. Oh, let's see here. Still like the butterflies. I think the butterflies are pretty on that. And I think that little bit of blue discovery. I like that discovery. So I think we are, do you think that do not fill in is a little too big? That might be a little too obtrusive. Let's see if I can find just another little, maybe just a little number. I think that works. It's not too obtrusive, and I think that'll work out just fine. Just gives it a little something something. Okay, that there. And I'm just going to, now this is a sticker, but I don't think I'm going to use it as a sticker. I don't want to take the back off. I want that little extra protection for this. There, like that. Then we're going to put that little I'm going to put that like that. Okay, I think that's good. That just holds, see how that just holds that on there a little bit? We'll get the back here. Yeah, here's my little paddle. Whoop. And we're going to put that right about there. 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 I think that's pretty. I think that is pretty. I think it'll look really nice in any type of junk journal, or that's what it looks like there. So I think that came out quite lovely. And then you still see the top with your sari. So that is today's video. I will, off camera, I will finish the other one. I will make it for this tag here. But I think that is I think it's a very pretty pocket, and it's nice to be inspired by other crafters out there. We all have our own style. We can share ideas and make them our own. So I'd love to have you try this on your own. It's very, very simple to make. And yeah, so I think these came out really cute. So thanks for joining in, everybody. That is today's video. And yeah, I'll see you in another fun project. All right. Bye-bye.